In this video, this is an intermediate. This is the first video of the intermediate section, and we're going to start getting into templated progressions. One in particular is the 12-bar blues progression, and for those of you who are interested in blues, you're in the right place. For those who really don't know what blues is, or maybe don't like blues, maybe you can try some of our other videos. But this blues is really the fundamental aspect of all rock and roll, and that includes heavy metal. It includes absolutely everything. And so if you are in one of those genres, the heavier genres, or you appreciate that kind of thing and can't do it yet, this is really the stuff you need to learn in order to understand really what's going on and to write heavy, catchy stuff. And know the format that's behind it. So, but this also allows you to do folk. It also allows you to understand just a lot of aspects. Everything rock, everything pop is based on some form of blues. And the first key that we're going to start with is probably one of the most common keys in the blues. It's the key of E, which is a key that we've already reviewed, but we're going to take a little closer look at it this time. The key of E, per the basis tone scale, is E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, and then D sharp. And we're just using the 1, 4, and 5 for this progression. All blues is based on first chord, fourth chord, and fifth chord in that key. There are some blues that are a little more sophisticated that do include some of the minor voicings. The minor voicings are the second, third, and sixth position notes. So in this case it would be F sharp and G sharp. Please refer to your PDF diagram that corresponds with this video. If you haven't downloaded it yet, please go over there and get that done and open it up, and you can see that the second and third chords are highlighted as yellow, and those are the minor chords. So E major, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, and then you've got your A major or A7. You got your B major or B7, and then you've got your C sharp minor chord. And then the last chord in a key is called a diminished chord. And a diminished chord is an unstable chord, and it's needed to push the tonic, or push the key back to resolution, or push it towards the tonic. And we won't go into diminished chords yet. That's sort of an intermediate advanced topic. But we'll say that they are in there. We're not really concerned about the seventh position chord right now. But essentially, the key, when we're talking about notes that turn into chords, are 1 is major, 2 is minor, 3 is minor, 4 is major, 5 is major, 6 is minor, and 7 is diminished. So if I played through the key of E, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that for you real quick, it will kind of sound like the scale, just in a wider, inclusive type of sound. So here we go. E major, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A7, B7, C sharp minor, and then D sharp diminished, and then back to E. So it's kind of like just going. But with each one of those notes, there's a chord attached to the first note, a chord attached to the second note, a chord attached to the, and so on and so forth. You get the picture. So with this exercise, 12-bar blues in E, of course, you know, your fingers are going to get sore doing this, and that's fine. You want to make sure, remember that your tips of your fingers of your hands are up in an up position when you first start. And you can kind of cheat later once you get good at it. Not that it's really cheating, it's just you're finding a comfortable medium for yourself, because everybody's hand's different, built differently, and people end up settling into their own comfortable, you know, chordal, you know, forms. So 12-bar blues progression in E as per your PDF diagram. You're doing E, looks like, for 3 bars, and then going into E7 for the last bar. A7 is 2 bars, E is 2 bars, and then B7, 1, A7 is 1 bar, E is 1 bar, and then B7 is the last bar, which gives you the lift to go back and do it again. You know, they say in the blues, you know, one more time. Well, that's what that is. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Keep in mind that there are downloads in the description of this video. Just look over there, there's a link, and essentially you can click on that link and it will give you a zip file full of 4 different files where this progression is played at 4 different tempos. 40 beats a minute, 70 beats a minute, 100 beats a minute, and then 130. 130 beats a minute's flying, but that's something you really want to shoot for. So I'm going to be around 60 or 70. Here we go. If you need to go run around the block, do it now. Go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you're going to hang out. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift your finger for that one, then A7, back to E, 5, 6, 7, 8 to B7, A7, back to E, and just stay on E for the last 8. 6, 7, 8. And that is the 12-bar blues in the key of E. Just about everything you really like that's popular has some root in the blues. It's very catchy. It's just a potent formula. It works over and over again. Please go over this. Download the PDF if you haven't. It's always good to have a keyboard diagram open to see how all the stuff relates to keyboard. There should be one in that PDF. At any rate, don't forget to download the zip file full of the 4 MP3s that play this at a different pace, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks for hanging out. Take care.